Thanks, Mark. Hi, everyone. In October, we shared with you the future state organizational design within these five building blocks. It was and still is our blueprint for evolving our current structure, which is very functionally focused, to an organizational structure that makes it easier for us to support a seamless customer experience from end to end. An organizational evolution like this one is ambitious and will take us more than a year to fully implement. But today, at about 4 months in, I'm excited to share with you some of the progress that's been made and what you'll see coming up next. If you remember, each of the five building blocks represents a new department. Our first building block is customer advocacy. This department is our key to building the strong, lasting relationship with customers. These teams are customer champions who help them navigate their journey and ensure each interaction is a remarkable experience. Our second building block is customer transitions. These teams welcome new customers on board with us. They build trust and confidence in VCI. They ensure that the beginning and end of the journey are a seamless and curated experience for customers and dealers alike. Because just like a great vacation or fantastic meal, the beginning and ending are what make our experiences memorable and remarkable. Next is insights and transformation. This department will continue driving us forward. These teams will use customer insights and look to new technology and trends to help us adapt and maintain a mindset of innovation. Now, back in October, when you first saw the building blocks, insights and transformation were actually listed as two separate departments. But after further analysis and exploration, we realized that given the close alignment and future focused work, these teams could actually be more effective together. That's why you see the link between them today. Within insights and innovation, we will identify new opportunities and even products and services based on customer data, pivoting from a cost-focused to a value-driven organization. The final building block, and one that's closest to my heart, is performance management. Given the magnitude of change required to deliver on the mission of SCT, quite a lot of consideration was given to the order of operation to reorganize our teams. In anticipation that we need to partner in new ways to better meet future challenges, there was a need to launch the performance management team as the first building block. In the performance management department, we will steer the support teams responsible for training, quality, knowledge management, business compliance, business solutions, vendor performance, and workforce optimization. Each of these teams has at its core a mission to support our internal customers so that they can effectively support our external customers. By establishing this team first, it provides the rest of the organization a firm foundation on which to continue establishing building blocks. I would venture to guess that in the last few months you may have asked yourself why this process is taking so long. I want to take you back to the image of the cruise ship that was associated with SCT early on. If you've ever been on a cruise ship or even a small boat, at some point you've remembered how changing direction must typically happen pretty slowly. Moving too quickly will almost always guarantee a poor outcome. In order to ensure the smoothest transition possible, the SCT program will launch each department over a series of steps to smooth out the transition. The first step is establishing the proper organization structure. A lot of care and attention are given to examining the purpose and objective of each new team. Time is taken by leadership to align on the purpose that the team must serve, and consideration is given to how the team can be structured in such a way that its most important resources, people, are put to their highest and greatest use. After the high level organization structure is designed, a leader is identified to support the new team. As a new leader in a new department, I can share with you my personal experience. I want to do a good job and to be thoughtful about how I onboard members of the new team, which means that I do a lot of listening, analyzing, and processing. This analysis leads to the next steps of identifying the specific skills, capabilities, and roles that the new department requires. With clarity around the team's purpose and roles, come the next task of identifying team members to join the organization. This process is probably the most critical to success and also a very complex one. Care must be taken to ensure that team members have an opportunity to understand what will be required of them should they accept the opportunity to transition to the new team. And team members must be identified and transitioned in sequence. Leaders first and then team members next, to ensure that each person is well supported upon transition. So if at times it seems that the process is sort of slow, please understand that it's an intention and not an accident. By proceeding in a thoughtful and careful way, we are reducing the probability that we tip the ship. This is not to say that changing directions on a ship of this size won't be without discomfort, but we're far more likely to achieve success when we're deliberate and methodical. I know I'm personally pretty impatient, and so waiting is hard. If you're also impatient and wondering how you can help, I would say that there are some things you can do right now to prepare yourself for the organization's transformation. Please use this time to do the inside work of thinking about your personal career journey. What course are you on? Is your personal ship pointed in the right direction? Do you enjoy what you're doing? Do you know what problems you want to solve in the future? Do you know what you're better at doing than anyone else? Do you think that your leader knows? I personally find time to do the inner work when I'm doing things like the laundry or the dishes or even starting the day. Taking time to get clear about the skills that you have and the skills that you may need after you transition to a new building block will be so helpful. Giving thought to how the organization will transform and to how your own work might transform is what I think of as the inner work. If you're still looking for additional ways to get ready for the organization's transformation, I would also ask you to make sure that your own work is documented. What projects are you working on? What ideas have you had about things that you might do to make the customer experience smoother? What knacks and tricks have you established to do your work? Make sure that your work is well documented. This will help us to ensure that nothing critical is lost during transition. Even though we're doing our very best to ensure that nothing is missed, your personal notes, conversations with your leader, and your process documents will go a long way toward that end. I would also urge you to remember that the work you're doing right now is mission critical. Whether you're on the front line supporting our customers or supporting a process or a system that supports someone on the front line, it's all very important. So stay focused and don't be distracted. If you have questions or feedback, please provide it to your leader and in the various SCT surveys because all of it is being considered. Thank you for being willing to take this journey with us. Thank you for all of your hard work each day, and thank you in advance for all of the hard work yet to come. Mark?